situations, the members become frustrated by confusion and uncertainty. They want to be directed. The first person to give clear orders in an authoritative manner is likely to be followed. When crowd members become frustrated, radicals can take charge. They can exploit a crowd's mood and turn them against a convenient target. Wait, I know I read that. Okay, we're going to skip that. Okay, an experienced leader may be able to calm a crowd, appeal to the reasoning powers of its members, and avoid a serious situation. Is there any questions? Okay. Here's a good one for you. This is from the FBI, Law Enforcement Bulletin. Riot response. Crowd dynamics. Frequently, unruly groups contain only a handful of aggressive or violent members. The majority are onlookers who just want to be part of the event. Therefore, the presence of uniformed law enforcement officers formed into the skirmish line and outfitted with helmets and riot batons usually has an intimidating effect on the crowd. In most cases, this effect lasts about 2 minutes. That's the FBI, people, talking about you. As time passes without action from either side, a small faction within the crowd might begin to search for objects, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, absent other activity between the crowd and the skirmish line, the shields become missile magnets, inviting the crowd to start throwing rocks. This is the FBI, people, okay, telling you this. Unfortunately, the police often have no contingency plans for responding to a rain of rocks and bottles. In the absence of other procedures, the leader commands the line to charge, batons start flying, and the police completely lose control of the incident. That's from the FBI, okay? FBI Law Enforcement Bulletin, right there. I'm reading to you today. Now I'm going to read... Now I'd like to read a few pieces from, this is from the U.S. Navy Crowd Control and the state of Texas. I go back and forth. Crowd tactics. When approaching a crowd, always allow its members an escape route. People who are told to move away and then are not able to comply will ultimately resist. That's what this crowd control manual says. It may be best to ignore minor violations. Got it? Dispersing a crowd. This is from the state of Texas Crowd Control Manual. If possible, allow the crowd to drain itself of energy and disperse by itself. They don't need your help to disperse. A crowd will disperse on its own accord. Recognize necessity of controlling crowd with minimum use of force. Police objectives are different from those of the military in that the police officers may use only the amount of force necessary to make an arrest. And this force, in any case, cannot be disproportionate to the degree of resistance offered. You got that one? Any questions? You know this stuff. You've been trained up? How many riot police officers are trained up? Show of hands. Okay. Crowd tactics. Now this is from the U.S. Navy Crowd Control Manual. Crowds may employ a wide variety of nonviolent tactics. Verbal abuse and name calling. It's nonviolent and it's protected by the United States Constitution. That's my own aside. Conversation with police to distract them or gain sympathy. Well, here I am. Forming human barricades to impede traffic by sitting down in roads or at the entrance of buildings. Nonviolent. Trespassing on government property to attempt to force mass arrests and gain notoriety to the media. Non-violent. Chaining or handcuffing themselves to objects or to each other. Non-violent. These are all non-violent acts. And you cannot respond with violence because that would be a disproportionate use of force.